Har jag berättat förresten vad det handlar om spelet, va? Att det här... ja, han är författare. Och sen... ja, men han typ... Hans fru blir kidnappad och sen så åker han till ett hus på en ö som tydligen blir bara borta helt plötsligt. Och sen så när han är i skogen så blir han attackerad av skuggor. Han fattar inte varför eller om det är riktigt eller inte. Och så visar det sig att det typ är på riktigt, att det är någon sån här darkness som bor i sjön. Och skuggorna kan bara dödas genom att man har, vet du, lyser ljus på dem. Och det är fan spooky. Så, ja.
I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Nu är han...
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Han hittar hela tiden sidor som handlar om han själv typ i historien. Jag tror han är i stugan här igen.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Just det, de har övertygat om att han är galen. Att han fick ett så här mental brott liksom.
Right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air?
Så kanske.
Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Xbox.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Anderson. Vad är det för en återvändsgränd här?
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you,
De försöker tro att han är galen typ.
Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality.
Som i avsnittet av Community, när de blev inställda på mentalsjukhuset.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth.
Upp eller ner?
Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Det kommer säkert vara med skuggorna med i det här avsnittet också. Hittills som har varit med i varandra avsnitt. solur. Det är faktiskt riktigt snyggt gjort det här spelet.
I never get tired of this view.
Ja.
Very inspiring, isn't it?
Mm.
Cauldron Lake spread below us.
Vanishing of
I
Ethan
could see
Carter.
Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where
De
divers
har
had been when I
inte
arrived
patchat
at
det, de har
Alice.
släppt en
Now
bättre
there was
version av det.
nothing but waves.
Det ser ännu bättre typ.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
Uh-oh.
Well, no matter. This way.
I det här spelet vill man bara ha ljus för att det är fan läskigt på natten.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in
Vi ska
control.
se sen.
Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all, I'm
Hartman
the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the world
His
you've
words
Fan.
echoed madly inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come on, let's go inside.
Ja, vänta då. Jävlar.
Here's the entrance to the office wing.
Du ska höra en skratt.
Trophies when you first arrived.
Han gömmer sig
I
bakom
do
soffan.
love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature.
Scary. Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Han lät som en katt. Scary, scary, scary.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint
Han har målat
landscapes,
mig.
and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them in his office.
Det är de ju.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Huh. Man vill gå upp en våning först. Patient room. Ja. Här stod en till termos.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Måste ha en nyckel. Lol, varför finns den här? QR-kod. Jaha, så jag antar att det kommer hända någonting när det blir natt. Eller när stormen kommer. Att typ så här mörkret kommer ta över de här patienterna eller någonting.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems that won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving a treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you're actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Jaha. Här vill jag gå in också. Oh. Read. Jaha, det var det. Okej.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers.
De där tror jag mötte
Who
ett café
invented
förut.
Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Han vill att man ska fortsätta skriva.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
För att han är säkert...
He'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's
Okay.
not crazy enough.
So-
Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement.
Han vill ha
Sonny.
hela manuskriptet av
Who
boken
else
på något
could
sätt.
understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we to forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Där är en del av...
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah.
Fick jag en sida här också.
No. Sorry,
We
guys.
have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula, local ingredients, medicine, clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took
Aha.
something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
In the darkness of the lake.
Okej.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
You can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare hallucination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself.
Kolla nu.
It's hard to think.
Han ser sig själv i tvn också på något sätt.
I can only focus
Han
on
beskriver hur han sitter och skriver boken fast han har ingen minne av det.
trapped in this cabin.
Det är så här Inception typ.
But it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again.
She's not human.
It's not
The
human.
dark person is wearing the old face
Wearing the old
the woman's
face.
face.
She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her
Du ser att det är någonting där bakom. Tidigare har man fått sett så här människor som typ blir tagna av mörkret, att de typ får så här svarta ögon och så pratar de så här spökröstet. Men man vet fortfarande inte vad som är sant och inte det. Det är skumt där.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a
By those
hawk.
stairs, Wake.
Ja, jag antar att vi skriver då.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes.
Nej.
My
Alan.
hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Birch, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Nu har jag min chans att springa.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Då stod det pick up. Oh, manuscript.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair.
Ja, key.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Nej, nyckeln, nu borde jag kunna gå överallt.
Since you're so tough, Birch. We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen
Fast jag vill ju gå utforska här uppe också.
you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you. He's probably kidding, Birch.
Aha.
He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
Kan jag bara gå till officet?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna do your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Rädda Barry först.
Seriously! Do you have any idea?
Han är min agent.
I am famous! I...
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim.
Aha, åh nej. Cutscene.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Uh-oh. Blev han övertagen?
The dark presence will be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Där, mörkret. Jaha, vänta. Oh. Ah!
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Okay. I need light. Yeah. Whew. Aj! Okej. Aj. Haha.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Ah, shit. Aj! Aha. Jaha, jag måste... Nej, men lägg av. Ja, jag dog nästan.
I'm here. Hey, come on. You gotta get going.
Nu kommer ju någonting hända här. Det här är ju en fälla.
Al, I'm over here. I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Ja.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al.
Oj jävlar nu. Uh-oh. Nu börjar det.
The house looks bad. Let's get out of here.
Mycket fläs och mycket batterier vill vi ha. Va? Inte alls länge. Så att jag måste hela tiden hitta nya. Jag kan förstärka dem så att de fokuserar bättre. Då dras de snabbare liksom. Men jag dödar monstren snabbare också. Där, kolla nu kommer de. De där, aj! Du ser, de är ganska läskiga de här som de dyker upp här. Och sen så får jag slut på flashlight och... Får jag slut på ammo så kan jag inte göra någonting sådär. Ja, det är faktiskt coolt, men de kan skrämma så jävla mycket de här. De kan dyka upp lite när som helst.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Uh-oh, nu. Jag hör dem. Out of ammo. Inga ammo. Aj! Ge mig ammo, ge mig ammo, ge mig ammo. Aj, 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 nu dör jag. Fan, jag dog. Hur fan ska jag göra det där då? Ja, jag har flärsen. Ja, just det. Jag glömde det, jag har ju flärs. Jag kan springa bort. Mm. Just det. Ja, ska vi hämta dem eller? Ja. Just det, ja. Ja, gör det.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Channel, we'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes me mad.
Uh-oh, he's being possessed.
Bells in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Oh no, okay. Crazy motherfucker.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver. was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
I see you over there. Little secret. Uh-oh.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he'd break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really.
Gick det bra eller?
Hartman whispered with a smile.
De hade
Let me
slängt
take
ut
care of
den
you.
jävla
He
korg.
sniffed hard to clear his
Då
throat
hade de lagt den här
swallowed blood and barely tasted
dammet
it.
med rakt på alla kläder för att de var sura inte.
Huh. Schysst.
Ja, verkligen. Vissa var helt jävla... Så i alla fall.
Uh-oh. Han kommer dö nu. Barry. Kolla nu. Shit.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Barry.
Ah, dimman.
I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Släpp in.
Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Åh nej. Ah, de är för många.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. Oh, hey, I found a quarter. I found it! I found it!
Nämen.
Ah, no, wait, that's a twig. Here it is! Al, I found the key! headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Jag missade ett rum fortfarande där inne.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al, I
No,
Va?
listen, I can bring her
Jo,
back.
funderar
I
på
can
att jag ska
find
köpa
her.
en pizza eller
There's
någonting.
something special about this place.
Ja.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true.
Här, precis.
This
Det,
catch, the dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening.
han skriver sitt manus med sin bok och sen kommer den där darknessen och typ tar över den och gör någonting eget. Så allt man gör är liksom riktigt.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find
Uh-oh.
it. Look out!
Oh.
God damn it, Al, talk to me.
Oj, jävla gäng HP.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay. Jeez, it's good to hear your voice. I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop. Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch.
Han kommer ju bli övertagen.
There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Åh shit, man hör dess röster också.
Yeah!
Så här
Barry, are you alright?
konstiga robotröster typ.
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Där är Valhalla, ja. Dit ska vi.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's a Rambo. This
Men,
would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Jag har ingen ficklampa och ingen skott. Hur fan ska jag kunna klara mig? Nej. Nej, lägg av kameran. Åh nej. Ge mig ljus. Här inne är det något. Aha. En lapp bara, är det allt?
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Så det verkar vara... De i byn verkar ändå ha förstått att det är någonting skumt här med The Darkness. Aj. 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 Huh? Skottkärror och vagnar. De kan liksom kan ta kontroll över objekt. Och fåglarna här också. Det är det, jag är så hjälplös, jag kan inte göra någonting.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Så, hur fan får jag strömmen då? Är det här uppe? Wow, det var mörkt. Ja.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Måste ju finnas någonting annat här. Nähä. Aj.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon
Oh,
was
flashlight.
dangerous, but I had no choice.
Åh nej, nu kommer de komma här. Shit, jag har en ficklampa och ingen batteri. Och jag vet att de kommer nu. Satan! Generatorn! Ah! Skynda dig! Tänd generatorn! Aj, 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 aj. Nej, aj, jag kommer dö. Fan.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. Nej. Okej, vänta. Spara sprinten. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen! En, två... Nej! Jag försvann. Vad jag klarade. Upp i ljuset. Ah. Ah. Ah, jag vill inte gå tillbaka nu. Kanske missa någonting. Men...
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Står det här då? Heavy lamp. Ja, det är bra. Det vill vi ha. Inga hemlisar. Ja. No secrets here. Heavy duty flashlight. Okej. Antar att den är mycket bättre då.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Så. Haha. Den tål inte solljus.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Det här är en sån märklig röst som kommer upp också.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Jag låter han själv eller någonting.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Ja, så den vill att storyn ska sluta så den kan bli frisläppt liksom. Ja, den där ska vi inte gå i, det är ingen bra idé. Jag vet inte om jag vågar avlägsna mig från vägen här, eller stigen. Ah! Rakt in i den gick jag. Aj, aj, aj. Nej, nu kommer de bara för det. Fan! Nej, och ljuset slutade. Kom igen då! Ah! Så. De hörde mig när jag gick in i fällan där. Shotgun.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm. The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
De kanske är riktiga gudarna. Tor och... Vad sa han? Andra guden. Zeus heter han. Odin. Ja, men va? Aha. Oh. Oh, shit. Nej. Ah! Ännu mer. Aj. Checkpoint. Det var verkligen på håret.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Oh shit. Här är Barry snart, han är död. Shit.
Hello? Anybody here?
Ja, jag hör han skriker också.
Barry?
Nej, Danny, va?
What are you? No, don't! I'm sorry!
Nej då.
The front door was locked.
Shit. Så spooky musik också. Va? Måste jag ha nyckeln eller vad? Fan är det för någonting? Vadå, det är någonting jag missat här. Den är låst. Vad fan? Jaha, lol. Det var en dörr där också, jag såg inte den. Det var så mörkt.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know. It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him.
Uh-oh.
Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
No! Okidoki. Så han har nu också blivit övertagen. Oh! Dörren öppnades.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the dark presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist.
Jaha, lol.
This feels like a
Coolt.
terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Vad coolt, han skrev in sig själv i boken. Så det är därför han är med om det här. Förstår du? Han har skrivit en bok som handlar om att han ska själv fly. Men han kan inte göra så att det blir så här uppenbart, så han måste vara nära hela tiden. Och Zane, han som de pratar om här nu. Zane, det är Thomas Zane, han har man hittat död tror jag.
guess. Danny, huh? The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Secret. Flash grenade, eller flashbang, det är typ det bästa. Exploderar av ljus och alla dör. Get to the farm, okej.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean.
Så alla de här sidorna man hittar är från boken liksom.
Emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Nu ska vi köra bil. Kommer det säkert komma skuggor där.
He was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him.
Ja, man har strålkastarna.
But Barry was Barry.
Man kan rikta strålkastarna mot dem så att de smälter upp. Termosarna måste vi ta. Riktigt. Get those achievements. Varför hör man den här läskiga musiken? Batteri. Revolver. Flashbangs. Oh, yes. Alltså det är som att någon andas tungt här, så här hela tiden. Det är skitjobbigt. Men det låter inte som att det är han. Det låter som en typ tjejröst. Lol, vad hände där då? Ja, inga skuggor än i alla fall, det är bra. Radio.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Mhm. Okej, så jag ska gå till farmen nu då. Åh nej. Va? Ja, alltså... Jo, om jag gör så här, men fokuserar så att den... Nej, nästan. Ja. Så. Jag tror att man försvagar dem jättemycket, men jag tror inte jag kan döda dem riktigt liksom. Jag tror att de är... För jag kör på svårast också, så jag tror att det här är... Jag tror inte att det går nu. Kanske går sen i sådana fall om man kör lättare. Jag går till farmen och sen så kan jag spara, så kan vi beställa pizza. Oj jävlar. Aj! Åh nej! Aj, aj, aj. Sådär ja. Jesus, ta det lugnt. Men runt det här kan jag inte... Aha. Aha. Get to the farm. Revolver ammo fullt. Aha. Aj, jag gick in där. Måste kolla dasset också. Mhm. Wow. Vad blixtrar till. Fan är det där för någonting där uppe?
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Uh-oh. De spelar musik och så dör de då, eller?
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Monson.
Shut up and shoot!
Åh nej. Shit.
Ow! We have to fight them all!
Oh, heavy
I can
duty
sell
lantern.
the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This is stuff! Al! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on! Yes! Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue! Goddamn turn of the century! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Aj. Fan, hur många är de?
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please! Ow, please don't get it done. Oh, if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo!
Aj.
Back in the game, yes!
Ah, men shit. Ah, hur många är de, tänkte jag säga. Vad nära. Jobbigt det där var.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Där är 6 i den där. Nej, 0. Okej. Nej! Vart tog den vägen? Där. Nej! Är du allvarlig? Buggspel. Manuscript pitch. Ja.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out.
Har du lust att ringa där?
Writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth
Vesuvio bara.
opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Kanske finns någonting här uppe. Tio minuter. Men jag vill ju ha mitt vapen. Det där var ju lite taskigt gjort. Ja, nej, okej, fuck it då. Att han har överlevt så här länge, Barry, det är otroligt. Tjock amerikan som inte vet vad han gör. Han kommer ju dö snart, men... Nu vart det helt knäpptyst där typ.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me. Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Vem har en sån kontroll här uppe liksom? Nej.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in a
Springs.
soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
it's back
between
memories.
fantasy
Det är som Arkiv X, Night Springs.
Your first real writing job, what got you started?
life.
Was this one of your
Vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming.
Jobbigt sånt här att tänka ut.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that? What? Can't you hear that?
Klockan.
It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Tycker de utrustar mig väldigt mycket nu hela tiden. Ja, så här mycket saker har inte jag fått på evigheter. De kanske var riktiga gudar om det ändå, ja.
It's 1976.
Att de har levt så här länge.
At the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Okej, så de skrev säkert låtar först och blev kända för det. Och de skrev den säkert nära den här sjön där monstret låg och vilade. Som gjorde att det de skrev om blev verkligt liksom. Tror jag. Så att när de skrev där så blev det på riktigt liksom. Så att musiken de skrev blev verklig typ. Åh nej. Nu börjar dimman. Hello. Var det bara en? Nej. Åh, den här ficklampan var bra. Jäklar mycket skott det tog också. Ja, jag swishar över sen då. No.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell some stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff. Be careful, Al!
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
See the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Oh shit!
Det gick snabbt, va?
Mm?
Det gick snabbt, va?
Ja, det gjorde det. Ska pausa det. Ska bara vinna här. Jävlar, det kommer ett stort jävla, inte monster, vet du, harvester. Jag ska slåss mot nu. Ägd. Nej men ännu mer, alltså vad fan. Kan jag inte få en yxa eller någonting? Nej.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
You should feel right at home then.
Hänger det uppe?
One more gate. Let's do this thing.
Bland knivarna. Åh, sätt jag får motorsågen. Nej. Old gods know the truth, okej. Okay. Jag tror att kapitlet snart är slut så då kan jag stänga av den då.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Okej, fuse box, vart är den då? Är den utomhus eller? Men, stå inte i vägen. Hallå? Du kan inte vara uppe väl?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Fuseboxen är väl
I don't think
alltid...
they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
Aha.
Those guys sound awesome. Come on, Al. Let's get the lights on, huh?
Ja, jag ska inte då. Vad fan? Kan jag inte vara här på andra våningen?
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Coolt. Men här kan du inte ha en fusebox. Högst upp, längst in. Okej.
Can you hear that, Al? Music? Of course.
Music?
We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Nu ska vi höra. Message. Cabin key.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on.
Nej.
Yeah. What the hell?
Det är väl inget bra idé.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Det är fortfarande inte slut. Ja, nu kommer den här sidan han beskrev. Att han var en sån observer. Att han får se det som hände den här första veckan när han kom hit till den här ön. De hade hyrt en stuga här på den här ön, ja. Och den ön finns tydligen inte, säger de.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared.
Så nu får man se vad som hände med henne, ja.
What had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Just det. Coolt.
I remembered thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
What?
been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
What the fuck? Det är hon som typ har... Alltså, det här är ju puppeteer liksom.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me. Made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Spooky.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Oh no.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.